All right, so boom. I ain't gonna keep everybody waiting for too long. Uh, the reason it took so long, or I should say, started a little bit later, is because as you can see, my man's isn't here. I'm doing this from the crib on a new computer, which I just realized I didn't have anything for the pod set up at all. So I was scrambling, trying to get everything set up as good as I could, you know. But let me start over. I'm gonna get my B bag real quick. Let him introduce the pod. I'm gonna turn the B real quick. Welcome everybody to Banter Debauchery. This is episode 102, and yeah, beans. So since it's just me, I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. I'm gonna just talk about my week, what I've been getting into, and a couple. It's always something. It's always something. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Niggas just talking. Niggas just talking. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. Wait, let me see.
Look, Arlington police do have that gun, but now they want to know how the 18-year-old suspect got
I
that
can't even hear that.
Also,
Whatever. So yeah, I'm just getting into what I've been getting into this weekend, and we're just gonna get into some topics and get up out of here. So this week, I said last week I was gonna get in the gym, or get back in the gym, get back on my weightlifting flow. Want to go 6 days a week. So I've stuck true to that. Over the past 11 days, I've worked out 9 of them. It feels pretty good getting back in there, getting back to peak physical conditioning of what I used to be. More so strength wise and like physical or whatever, but I can only do so much because my shoulder's still fucked up from healing wrong. So one thing I noticed about getting back in the gym is niggas be ego lifting like hell. Like I try to go around 4:30, 5 in the morning, like right before I gotta go to work. And it be mad niggas be pulling up like as I'm leaving, but when the niggas get there, everybody seems like they trying to outlift the next nigga. Like if somebody get on the bench, they bench like 175. Excuse me. Next nigga get on there, well shit, I ain't finna take this shit off. So the nigga get on the bench, do 175, get like 4 reps, and you're like, all right, my nigga, then take this shit back down. It's like you don't have to do what the next nigga has done or the somebody else did before you. Like it's not gonna make you look weak. Niggas be in there doing side lateral raises, like just raising a weight like this. You can snap your shit up doing that if you lift too heavy. Like niggas be in there trying to get like fucking 30s and 40s. Niggas passing them 15s. And that's not just because my shit is all snapped up. Like niggas be risking injury just trying to look strong. And it's like for what, big dog? It's not that deep. It's never that deep. It's nothing but niggas in here. No one cares. There's not no women in here that's gonna think you look trash. Nigga, just lift your shit and go home. And then on top of that, sometimes I go and it be nobody in the gym. And I don't know, maybe it's just me looking at too many horror movies, but I feel like that shit is a setup.exe. And when I'm in there by myself, for some reason I always feel like somebody's in there with me, even though I know you need a thing to like scan to get in the door. Like you can't get in the gym unless you are a member to get in the gym. But I still just feel like there's always somebody just hiding in the back, just waiting to fucking put something in me. I don't know, a knife, a penis. I don't know. I'm not trying to get took. Like that's my worst fear. And then doing the leg machine where you lay on your stomach and then kick your legs up. That shit is like right in front of the bathroom. I'm like, yo, if somebody was to just come out here, man, I'm too vulnerable. I'm too exposed, and I don't like having that feeling. Like when I do that shit quick as hell. I don't even put the weight heavy on there. If nobody's in there with me anyway, like I don't even put the weight up heavy. I'll be on that bitch doing like 30, 40. Crank them shits out in like 15 seconds and I'm up. Immediately standing up and surveying my surroundings. Cause I already don't. That machine is already. It feels weird anyway. Like, yeah, just lay on your stomach and then just kick your legs. They're like, come on, big dog. Like, I don't know. But yeah, you know, it feels good to get back in there. Yeah, you know, you look good, feel good about yourself. It's more so just a strength thing, you know, getting ready for summer 2022. Gonna shut the beaches down. But yeah, it's a little gym update. I got a new phone because my old phone, the Samsung S9 Plus, finally crapped out on me because I dropped it well over like a year ago, and there's a big ass crack on the screen, and well, it's like it fell on its back, flipped over, and then fell on the front, and now there's a crack on the front and the back. So I'm gonna just do this real quick. Let me get some adjusting going on here. Let me see. Come on with me. There you go. It looks like it took a bullet, but no, it just fell flat on its back, and it's focusing on one specific spot, and then there's the crack on the front screen. So now whenever I do that, it just fucking tweaks the fuck out. You know, can't even see the screen. That's what the screen looks like. You see the time up there, 6:39. Yeah, this phone is fucking finished. Like that's as much as I can see of the screen. Oh, it's not even showing up no more. Yeah. So that's how much I can see of the screen. So I was like, yeah, just time to go ahead and cop that new phone, big dog. And I was always I still am of the belief that if it ain't broke 100%, who cares? You know, I got a dent in my car. This has been rocking since at least 3-4 years. Hey man, car still getting me from point A to point B. We finna thug it out. And same with this phone. It got me from point A to point B. Like, sometimes the screen would glitch, but for the most part, it held it down. But now, Monday, it finally fucking gave out on me. So shout out to the S9 Plus. I want to say I had it for about 3 years. No, it did its job. Now, I done upgraded. Done got the S25, S21 5G, whatever. Let me focus in on this. I want to just show something with the phone. Number one thing I like about it, frame one, is that the fucking back of it, it's not made out of fucking glass. Like, I don't know who was in charge of designing phones, but why the fuck would you make the back of the shit glass? Like, you asking for mistakes to happen. And granted, you can say, yeah, just put a case on it. It's literally, once I got the case my phone, I never took this bitch off. I never took it off. I left it on there as long as I needed to. I took it off fucking one time for like 2 minutes, dropped it, and then that was it. And it was just gone. Or it was damaged forever. Because of this fucking stupid ass glass back. And not to say that this shit is not susceptible to fucking cracks or whatever. But, ma'am, hold on. Let me do something real quick, cause this shit here it's acting a little foo-foo. Anyways, my bad. The computer news article keep talking, but see, I don't know who was in charge of making glass backs, but it was just, that shit's a dumbass design. So now I've got the S21 5G. Let's talk about 5G for a second. Still feels a little bit like 4G to me. You know, don't really notice too much of an impact on far as like data and speeds. Just definitely lows about the same. Hell, in some instances, I feel like my LTE was holding me down more than the 5G. Probably because there's not that many 5G towers. But I feel like the LTE was holding down more than that. I'm about to turn that 5G shit off. Like, I was leaving work today, and trying to just pull something up on my phone real quick as I was leaving. Couldn't even get service for at least like 2-3 minutes after I left the parking lot. And it's like, fam, what's going on here? This shit, you sure that shit not 3G? Because it definitely ain't 5G. If it's the LTE hold me down, so I don't know what the fuck is going on with this 5G shit. Not the biggest fan. yet. I don't know. Maybe if a nigga go to the boonies, might be able to make shit rock. But I don't know. I feel like maybe just not enough 5G towers in the area for it to make that big of an impact. In which case, not really the biggest selling point of the phone. I haven't got to test out the triple cam shit that all these phones seem to be getting now. It's like, yeah, it's the same phone, but just throw some more lenses on that bitch, and now you got a whole new product. Like, I don't know. It says it's fucking 64 megapixels, which puts this fucking the camera that is looking at me right now supposedly puts it to shame. Got 8K, all this other stuff. I had to test that out another time, but it got all this. It got all these bells and whistles. But my nigga, as long as that shit work, Slick don't give a fuck, honestly. So yeah, what else happened in my week? Got a new phone. Went to the gym. Something random. I put Squid Game on here, and because I'm probably not gonna finish, probably ain't no point in me speaking on it. But I'll just say I got to episode 6. Nigga said it was sad. It was, definitely was. Nigga shed a tear. And I was like, I don't really care anymore. So, you know, fuck Squid Game. Yeah, fuck Squid Games. Fuck that. So, yeah, that was my week. You know, something just short and sweet. Not gonna hold niggas up too long. And then on top of that, I don't even think I got everything set up properly, so I ain't trying to sit here and break shit on the new computer. I only have Zoom on this bitch, so if you want to hop in here, you can't. You're just gonna have to deal with me. So let's get into these topics right quick. This one I just saw and I thought was like, come on, fam. We've talked about Madame before. Demi Lovato explains why they don't use the term aliens for extraterrestrials. Let's just read that headline again one more time. Demi Lovato explains why they don't use the term aliens for extraterrestrials. Pretty sure last time we talked about this woman, B said she's a crack whore or a heroin addict or one of the two. And if you read that headline and you don't think that she is on something, I think something might be wrong with you. Let me see. Demi Lovato is sharing some of what they learned on their Unidentified with Demi Lovato series, and is encouraging fans to stop using the word alien. I think that we have to stop calling them aliens because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. That's why I like to call them ETs. Now, when I first read that headline, I thought all I saw was Demi Lovato doesn't want to use the term aliens. I was like, oh, you're talking about, illegal immigrants, mainly Hispanics, possibly, pretty much anybody that comes over here is, call them illegal aliens. I thought you were talking about them. You're talking about like real ass aliens. I'm not gonna call them an alien because I'm just gonna refer to them as ETs. Fam, you'll never meet one, and if you do, I hope they take you with them, because you are, man. She is 29. She is 2 years older than me, but she would be spouting like she fucking 6 years old. Like, this is wild. I wanted to film everything that goes down when I go and search for the UFO so that my fans can come along for the ride. Man, eat it. Another day, another UFO sighting. Wow, what the fuck, they're coming. So you're not even good enough to make it on a real platform. You're on Peacock. I don't think I used Peacock for to watch wrestling pay-per-views, which are broadcast. Yeah, so I just saw that. I'm like, man, what the... Folks gotta stop with the nonsense. There's that. Goodbye. This one, gonna put a little bit of time in this one. This one, my last one, my second one, we can touch on, but this one, the last one I want to talk about in depth. So, in case you've been sleeping under a rock, for the past, I want to say last week. Was it last week? Maybe 2 weeks ago? No, it had to be last week. So last week, Dave Chappelle put his final special out on Netflix called The Closer, right? He tackled a lot of hard-hitting issues, And also I want to say if the audio doesn't sound as right, I don't have my regular mic. I got this fucking old ass Snowball from like 4 years ago. So if it doesn't sound as crispy, you get what you pay for. It's like $40. So he put out a special on Netflix called The Closers. It's his final special in his 6th special deal with Netflix. They paid this nigga however many millions. I think it was like $100 million for 6 specials, and this is his last one. So mainly in this special, he tackled a lot of LGBT issues, topics, whatever you want to call it. He talked a lot about the LGBT in this special, and the reason for that is because he says that this is probably gonna be his last special for a while, And over the course of all his specials, from the first one that he put out, see, this hoe is talking. She's just talking. Yeah. So the first special he put out, I think it was Sticks and Stones, I believe the name of it was. He made a joke. He made a couple jokes about the LGBT, and then folks, call him a bigot, call him a phobe, call him everything under the sun. And that trend has more or less continued all the way up until now. So this is my last special. I'm gonna address y'all for the last time. I'm gonna put everything on the table. Y'all, I'm gonna address the issues y'all got with me. I'm gonna address the issues I have with y'all, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Sure. Yeah. So he addressed the LGBT. He addressed the issue with the baby. Getting canceled by the LGBT by saying what he said. Not saying what he said was right, but he said what he said, and he got canceled, and he got everything more or less taken from him. I'm gonna get in the mic when I say this. Never forget he killed a man in Walmart. He murdered a man in Walmart. So Dave Chappelle was talking about that and how you can commit murder and that does nothing to your career, but you hurt a gay person's feelings and their career's over. Well, not necessarily over, but they took a lot from him. So hold on real quick. Tinder. So yeah, and that's valid. Like, how can you murder somebody? And you can make the argument that that was way earlier in his career before he had as much fame as he did. Still doesn't matter. The baby was still somebody 2 years ago or however long ago that was. Come on, man. Keep texting me. Told you I'm podding. So yeah, you can make the argument that he wasn't as big as he was 2 years ago, and now he has way more success. He's way more mainstream. He's collabed with all these other artists, so he needs to be way more careful about how he approaches the media and whatnot. But at the end of the day, anybody that will clap a nigga is a nigga. He got a body. So never forget that. It doesn't matter who he collabs with. At the end of the day, the baby is a nigga. And I think everybody forgot that because he was collabing with all these other folks. But now, when he says when he does some hood booger shit, now it's all of a sudden get this nigga the fuck out of here. Craziness, right? So Dave Chappelle talked about that. He talked about the main thing that he's coming under fire for is his comments toward the trans community. And the first thing that he said that I already knew was gonna raise some hell was what did he say? He said, whether you agree with me or I'm paraphrasing, basically whether you agree with me or not, every person on this planet came through the legs of a woman, right? When he said like trans women can give birth, trans women or whatever, it's every human on this planet has come through the legs of a biological woman. Like, you cannot argue science. That is a fact. And it is a fact. Like, you can't say, like me saying or him saying that only biological women can give birth. That's not a slap at trans women. It's just a fact. Like saying y'all, that's like saying women have a uterus, and now that's somehow shitting on men because I'm saying women have a uterus. Craziness. I just saw a TikTok earlier today where I guess there's this trans lady and she's keeps trying to make the argument that she can have a period too. Like, oh, period equals cramps and I get acne. Don't really know where the acne one came from, but it's like, cause now you got niggas in the comments like, yo, I got acne too. So what kind of tampon should I buy? Jumbo or large? You know, like I don't really know where the trans lady was going with that. And the woman stitched it and was like, yo, that does not mean you're having a period. A period is the shedding of the lining of your uterus. If you do not have a uterus, you cannot have a period. Like that's not transphobic to say that. But some would say that is transphobic and it's dangerous rhetoric and putting trans lives in danger for just stating facts about the human body. Anyways, right. He just goes on to Dave then goes on to tell a story about his trans friend. I think his name was Daphne Dorman. I want to say they have her name in here somewhere. I don't believe that they do. Yeah, but I believe her name is Daphne Dorman, and she was a trans woman, you know, a friend of his, a comedian in the same sense. And Dave would be like, she would come to his shows, and he can make all kind of jokes about trans women and anybody. What up, D? Excuse me. It's just me and this bitch today. You know, I think B's in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just me. But yeah, so he tells the story of her being at his shows, and she never took offense to anything he was saying because she understood that comedy is an art form. It's not meant to attack. It's meant to just make people laugh. Now, some people will say if you can't be funny without making other people, without hurting someone else's feelings, you're not a real comedian. If it was that case, then it doesn't sound like you're a fan of comedy. Then, like, I feel like, you know, comedy. It's been like this. It's been this way for a while. You know, about how comedy is viewed as a whole, and it makes a lot of people's, or a lot of comedians' brand of comedy seem, or they try to brand it as hateful and this, that, and the third, because like, yo, how dare you make a joke about somebody in a wheelchair? You're being ableist, or you're making fun of disabled people, or you're making fun of whatever, or you're making fun of this. Like, it's just at the end of the day, it's just jokes. It's just jokes. And it definitely has made it to the point where I feel as though I don't know if they just want to water comedy down or want to water everything down to where it's. I feel like at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do to please everybody. So why try? You know? Like, if I'm going to make any kind of joke you make, if it involves another human, you're going to piss somebody off. So it's like, so why should, at this point, like, why should you care? Honestly, just do your thing. And if you get caught up for whatever, then you get caught up for it. Right? Anyway, back to Daphne. So she never took offense to anything he was saying. And when his first special, Sticks and Stones, came out, and everyone was calling him a bigot, everyone was calling him a transphobe, everyone was calling him every kind of phobe under the sun, flame this nigga on Twitter. Daphne, a trans woman, came to his defense and said that what he said is not bad, or Dave is not a bad person. He does not have hate in his heart. Like, he's one of the most, like, understanding people and blah, blah, blah. Basically coming to his aid. He said the trans community got her the fuck out of here. Like, they was shitting on her, called her all kinds of names, called her everything under the sun. And 6 days later, she killed herself. Right? So it's very interesting in how these mobs move. That's all I feel like most of this shit is. It's a mob mentality. Like, it's not y'all Y'all niggas, I feel like a lot of y'all that claim y'all down for the cause, you're not really down for the cause. You're just down to be, you just want to be part of something. Like, you just want to be part of the mob. Doesn't matter what the end goal is. You just want to, hey, y'all, who we shitting on today? Cool. I'm going to just shit on them, and then when the shit is over, I'll go on and find something else to shit on somebody about. Like, they literally not going to say that they specifically pushed her to kill herself, but I'm sure they played a role in it. Like, I'm sure when you get enough hate thrown your way, is everybody can't handle it, LTG style, mentally untouchable, you know? So she ended up killing herself, and you know, I'm honestly surprised that, like, I never heard about this until Dave told the story, because of how badly Dave tried to make Dave seem. Like, I would assume, like, this is like his light dog. Like, fam, I literally was friends with a trans woman, and when she tried to defend him against the mob bullied her into, you know, and this is not okay. It's the same way, like we talked about before, how Lizzo, you know, big and beautiful, big and proud, and everybody was like, yeah, that's our big fat queen, blah blah blah. And then the second she wanted to go against the grain and actually go on a diet and try to lose weight, now it's, I can't believe Lizzo would betray me. You supposed to be our queen. Fuck you, you fat bitch. But it's like the folks that in any kind of these communities, the second shit doesn't go their way, it's fuck whoever this person is, right? It's like, whoever you are, you nigga was never down for the cause. You niggas was never rocking with us. Like, you always been an enemy. Like that, fucking instantly turn into an op, and that shit makes no sense to me. Like, how can somebody? It's like folks only want to support when it's convenient for them, and then as soon as somebody does anything that they don't like, then it's like, fuck you, yeah, it's disgusting, it's nasty. But anyways, a couple of people at Netflix, I believe they themselves are trans, came out and spoke about getting his special removed from Netflix, and you know, saying that he's spewing a lot of dangerous rhetoric and he's making trans lives not seem that important, blah blah blah. He's basically, I don't know why they always say you're putting trans lives in danger by talking like that. Like, ain't nobody out to get y'all. Like, I saw B had sent me a Instagram video, and I can't pull it up myself because for some reason I can't log in Instagram on this computer. A lady was debunking all the issues with the trans community, and it turns out fucking said goddamn 28 people or 28 trans people died this year. 28, and we in October, and 28 people have died. That is not to say that those lives don't matter. That's not a lot for everyone. Just like a couple weeks ago when that trans MMA fighter had the shirt in trans genocide. 28 bodies is genocide. News to me. It's fucking news to me. Yeah, I always say that it's spewing the dangerous rhetoric, blah blah blah. You're putting us in danger. Whoop de whoop. And now we see Netflix came out with their response. Basically told y'all niggas, fuck out of here. Not gonna happen, chief. Because for one, well, they didn't outright say this, but like I said earlier, they paid this nigga like $100 million for 6 specials. That shit gonna rock, my nigga. It don't matter if y'all niggas feel uncomfortable. Y'all can quit, do what the fuck you want to do. Netflix is a conglomerate. It's like a cashier at Walmart saying, I'm gonna quit. Goodbye. We'll find another one of you. But yeah, so let's read a little bit here and see what people are saying. His latest comedy special has everyone question, what does it mean to have artistic freedom and when is someone crossing the line? He took a particular stance against trans people and the LGBT community, and many have called for Netflix to remove the special. The company is backing the comedian, keeping the special up, while some focus on Chappelle. Others wonder if comedians are being scrutinized like never before in this era of cancel culture. Of course, they're being canceled like that ever since Kevin Hart was the catalyst, the martyr. Well, we'll say catalyst. He was the first nigga to really get the wrath of this shit when niggas went back fucking a decade to pull some shit he said about. I think it was the one he was like he hit his son. If his son said he wanted a dollhouse, he break it over his head or something like that, or somebody's son being gay. And I'm gonna have to like exit out this video, fam. But I need this video. This hoe just keep fucking talking. But yeah, they went back 10 years and fucking found that shit and bodied this nigga and then he lost his spot at the Golden Globe. That's like, that was the beginning. When that shit happened and they like, oh, we got the power to take niggas' jobs from them? Oh, we finna mix it. Like, niggas getting mixed left and right. And that's another thing that I kind of don't understand about the LGBT and how they try to make it seem as though everyone is so against them and beating down on them and they don't have any control, when they literally, like, if someone says something bad about you, my life can be ruined. If that's not power, I don't know what is. You can say racist, you can call somebody a nigger 24/7 and a nigga be all right. Well, outside of the niggas on TikTok that's doing their dirt now, they've been pulling up these niggas hoe card. But you say something bad about gay people, you're finished. You're just finished, and it's just the end of that, because it's the most niggas don't give a fuck, so the LGBT niggas is mad loud. So it's the quiet or the silent majority versus the loud as hell minority, right? Like, y'all have representation everywhere. Like, at this point, what don't y'all niggas have? I got this shit pulled up. This shit happened like a week ago. Where the fuck is that shit? Hold on, I gotta pull that up. Y'all niggas need to eat this. Let me switch back to this real quick. My bad. Hey, B, what you think about everything I'm saying so far? Yeah, man, you know, these bundles ain't hitting on shit, man. Like, these bundles just gonna bundle it up and bundle. That's what's up, man. All right, anyways. So I got this pulled up here. Bretman Rock is Playboy's first openly gay male cover star. Not Playgirl. This nigga gonna play boy. Now, last time I checked, Playboy is mainly for heterosexual males to look at TNA. That's tits and ass. And the last thing I would want to see is a nigga looking back at me on the cover, right? And I don't know, just look at this man. Look at this man. Oh, I'm in the way. Excuse me. I'll move. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. On the cover of My Titty magazine is this nigga looking back at me. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be goddamn. Right? Like, I saw this shit, like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, Playboy, well, excuse me. Let me read the comment. For Playboy to have a male on the cover is a huge deal for the LGBT community. Why? Why is there a gay man on the cover of Playboy? Not saying there's anything wrong being gay, but there's a place for that. It's not with Playboy. See, to get shit like that, like, now you just dropping these gay niggas wherever. Whether it's for gay, this is like, now at some point you're gonna start seeing gay niggas in strip clubs, women strip clubs, not gay clubs, but women club where heterosexual males go to see TNA. And now I'm looking at D&B. That's dick and balls. Like, why do they think it was a good move to put this nigga on the cover? Like, fam, I'd be like, yo, give me my money back. I don't want to see this nigga. Anyways, this huge deal for the LGBT community, for my brown people community, and it's also for real. Totally, is this happening right now? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares, right? Like, this is it's weird. It's really weird. Like, look, oh my god, we get banned for showing this nigga on TV too much, on the screen too much. But yeah, it's like you literally got. If this ain't power, if this is not power, I do not know what is. You got the power to be on a magazine for heterosexual men, but y'all still want to feel like y'all are the minority, you know. Once again, not saying there's anything wrong with homie being gay or doing whatever he wants to do, but there's a place for it. Hugh Hefner would be rolling in his grave. He'd be rolling in his fucking grave. But back to Sir Chappelle. Let us see, what is he talking about? The closure will remain on Netflix, according to a statement sent out from blah, blah, blah. Chappelle is one of the most popular stand-up comedians today, and we have a long-standing deal with him, of course. His last special, Sticks and Stone, also controversial, is our most watched, most award-winning stand-up special to date. We work hard to support that creative freedom, even though this means there will always be content on Netflix some people believe is harmful. Exactly. He goes on to list other properties like QTs. We talked about this. 365 Days. Don't know what that is. 13 Reasons Why. That's another one that can get a little dark. My Unorthodox Life. Never seen that. But shit, Cuties was the worst shit I probably ever seen. I watched this shit for science. And boy, I told y'all niggas, man. She was twerking while having holy water thrown on him. It was a twerking exorcism. A fucking 12-year-old girl doing a twerking exorcism. Shit was crazy. Paul, no pedo? Yeah, not crazy in a good way. Insane. Bonkers that somebody filmed this. A woman filmed that, by the way. That shit was crazy. Yeah, there's all kind of shit on Netflix that faces criticism. Several of you have asked where we draw the line on hate. We don't allow titles on Netflix that are designed to incite hate or violence. And we don't believe I'm about to just talk about this just so I can, this bitch can stop interrupting me, because this is like the 8th time. And y'all can even hear it, which is the crazy part. He was sure to point out that stand-up comedy is made to push boundaries, and that he understands sometimes it may be difficult to distinguish the difference between harmful content and real-world commentary. That's all this was. That's all he's been doing since his first special. It's just talking about the world. Like, just the world we live in right now is very pro LGBTQ, and he's just addressing that because it is. Niggas can say that it's not, but it is. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. Not even saying that that's a bad thing, but if somebody speaks on that doesn't make them like you being anti-progressive or whatever the fuck it be, like, I see stuff all the time when folks say like normalize this, normalize that. Why does everything got to be fucking normalized? Like, sometimes it's okay to say some shit is weird. Like, what's wrong with saying that shit is weird? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Some shit can just be weird. Like, or this shit is not okay. I keep telling y'all niggas, this pedophilia shit is the final chapter of this goddamn LGBT shit. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. But I'm telling y'all, you heard it here first. This pedo shit, that's the final chapter in this fucking saga. And when we get there, it's already gonna be too late, my nigga. But anyways, I saw a fucking TikTok. A dude it was a ring cam in somebody's apartment complex. You know, most apartments, they have the hallway set up, you know, door across the hallway, two more apartments down the hall. Nigga stand in front of somebody's door by the steps upstairs, fucking just beating off at the top of the steps. Like, looking around, like, ugh. And like, you can hear kids like playing off in the distance. And then folks is in the comments like, yeah, I don't hear no kids, or he's not around the kids. So who is he hurting? The world is bad. Sometimes. It's just bad. It's bad sometimes. Niggas will defend niggas beating off in public just because he's not beating off like onto a child or while a child is in the immediate area. God damn, check out the fucking vascularity right here. But yeah, like niggas will. My bad. But niggas will defend shit like that. I don't know. They be trying too hard to find gray areas and shit. It's like, fam, tell the nigga put his dick up. Whatever you looking at, whether it's a kid or you looking at some shit on his phone, it doesn't matter. Like, nigga, put your dick up. It can't be that bad. The way you just gotta rub one out in broad daylight, like outside. Yeah, we entering some dark ass times right now, man. Some dark ass times. Let me see. Let's see if there's anything more than that. Okay. Chris Rock spoke on it. When everybody gets safe and nobody tries anything, things get boring. I see a lot of unfunny comedians. I see unfunny TV shows. I see unfunny award shows. I see unfunny movies because everybody's scared to, like, make a move. That's fair. And that's true. Like, if everybody's too afraid to even say anything that could go against the grain or get them canceled, like, don't nobody, like, it makes media boring. Like, most of the stuff that niggas get turned up over, like, to where all this mob shit even happened to somebody saying some wild shit. Everybody would just walk around here fucking vanilla. Y'all niggas wouldn't know what to do with yourselves, honestly. Y'all niggas need the controversy. Like, a lot of y'all niggas that complain about this shit, you need the controversy to go about your fucking life. If there was no mob or anybody to attack, a lot of you niggas would not know what to do with your free time. Like, y'all niggas just be sitting around waiting on somebody to fuck up so you can dogpile them, pull up their history, and then shit on somebody and then go cape and attack the next nigga. Like, if niggas wasn't out here being dangerous, you niggas wouldn't know what to do with yourselves. Shout out to Netflix for not pulling the shit. I knew they wasn't, but for them niggas to even try it, like, well, for Netflix to even put out a statement, that just goes to show how much power these niggas got for them to even have to make a statement in the first place. Because they could have easily been like, well, fuck out of here and eat a dick. But they made a statement, they said what they said and hold that L, niggas. It's Dave Chappelle. Fuck you thought this was. Okay, boom. There you go. That out of the way. It's something that I saw the homies talking about in the chat before, like right before I started recording, like sent everything up. I was so behind trying to set up the thumbnail, do all this other stuff, and I realized I didn't have shit set up. I'm gonna power through. Barstool Sports, for some reason, breaking news. This is today at 3:10 p.m. Hosting sex parties with condoms, like that makes it any better, for your underage kids is not okay. Cool moms everywhere going to hiding. This is the alleged cool mom. She looks like how old is she? She's white. White people just look bad. Whatever. 47. Okay. You look about 47. A California mom hosted depraved sex parties where she handed teens booze and condoms and even watched while they engaged in sex acts. Shannon O'Connor watched and laughed in the bedroom while a drunk teenage boy mounted and groped a girl who was a friend of the woman's then 15-year-old son, according to court documents. The 47-year-old mom kept the party secret from other parties and even her husband while 14 and 15-year-old kids got so drunk that would vomit, be unable to stand and fall unconscious. My bad, reading too fast. I'm turning ESL. It took a lot of brave children to come forward and to untangle this deeply disturbing case. O'Connor, also known as Shannon Brugger, was booked in Ohio, where she now lives. Prosecutors plan to extradite her to the Golden State to face a laundry list of 37 criminal counts. She stated if anyone was told she could go to jail. One 14-year-old girl who spoke about the parties was threatened with retaliations. You hoe. I'm going to come to you first. How about that? I hope that makes you feel better. But you know what? Get your shit off. I'm just mute you. Man, oh man, tough day for all the cool moms out there. I'd rather you do it in the house. Sounds a lot different when your mom would rather encourage these very underage kids to take drunken sexual advantage of other very underage girls, underage kids. Now, growing up, I kept my V car for a while, but I feel like kids, I don't know what it is about kids and like smashing, but it's like when I was 14, it's not to say that I wasn't thinking about getting girls or whatever, but shit happened, it happened. I wasn't really sweating the shit. And then these going to these fucking hood book ass schools, niggas like, bro, you 14 and ain't getting no ass? Bro. Well, I don't know if niggas was saying bro back then. But bro, you 14, you ain't getting no ass? Like, this lame ass. Like, niggas would roast you for not having sex when you're 14. It's like, niggas, at the end of the day, we still are kids. We're children. What's wrong with being a child? Like, I feel like niggas like that was on that type of time back then, they either be around a lot of grown men that put a lot of stock embedded in their brain, that getting and clapping cheeks was the way of life, and if you ain't clapping cheeks, you ain't none, you little weak ass nigga. Me, on the other hand, I play video games. I still do. Sorry. Sorry for being a kid. Sorry for being a kid, big guy. Niggas with dead ass like get bullied and shit for not getting no ass. It's like, what's happening? What the? Especially now that I'm grown and like thinking back on like all the fucking fuckhead ass demonic kids back then. That was like the kids that like look like grown ass men, like niggas that's 14 that could pass for like fucking 20. Like, what's up with you niggas? Like when niggas hit they fucking growth spurt and shit dummy early. I hit my shit mad. I don't think I hit my shit till I graduated. And these niggas out here fucking 14 walking around 6'1" and talking to my fucking 5'2" ass. Like, some things just take time. Nah, nigga. Stop being a little bitch. Damn, this nigga talking to me like fucking B. Golly. Hold on. So I need to stop being a little bitch. Yeah, man, you need to stop being yeah, man, you need to stop being a little bitch, man. And when you go down just this slang some pussy, it ain't nothing to get no little bitch, man. Even if she 14, man, you just go ahead and get your little bitch, man. Stop being a little bitch. It's not that easy, It's not that easy to just go out here and just clap cheeks. All of us weren't out here doing it at the age of 12. Well, you know how I give it up, big dog. Why am I making him sound like the fucking my country ghetto, whatever? I don't give a fuck. Well, you know how Big B get it in. Been clapping cheeks since 12. What would it say, mid to late 90s? I've been getting it in since the mid to late 90s. This shit ain't never slow down. And the big B's over here, big B's, big body, big bands, big bitches. All right. I don't know. For her to even. We're going to host a sex party. Mick said to ask the chat, since B ain't here to send the links out to everybody, and I didn't really care too much about whether or not niggas is in here live. Niggas can watch the shit later on. But said to ask if I knew that niggas was just going somewhere to smash, would you attend the party? Like if you heard about the party, like yeah, you go over to Tommy house and his mom just be letting niggas fuck over there. Like, you gonna go? I don't even know if I would. Especially back then. Nigga, I ain't get self-esteem till I was like 25. Keep shit a bean. Nigga, I ain't had no confidence until at least 2 years ago. So, hell no, I wouldn't go. I'm like, nigga, what? Let's go over there. Trying to get off me, ho. Especially when I was 14, nigga, I went to North Clayton High School. That shit was the ghettoest. Niggas putting cherry bombs in toilets. Fucking food fights every other week. Fucking mad niggas getting held back. Niggas graduating at the age of 20 and 21. Like that was a ghetto trash ass school. Like I did not care for many humans that was at that building. So hell no, I wouldn't have went. Even if it was damn somebody I was cool with telling me about it. Man, get these jigaboos away from me. Like that's definitely part of the reason why I be shitting on black people so much now. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all niggas. But yeah, no, I wouldn't go. I don't think I would go. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this party just to clap cheek. Cause that's the thing where I feel like about having sex. Like niggas just out here just having sex just to say they had sex. Like it's not like it means anything to them. It's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and get some ass just because everybody said I'm lame if I don't get ass. Like shit like that, nigga. You are impressionable. Granted, you're a child, so you're supposed to be. But niggas like that, I ain't never been no nigga that you convinced to do damn near anything. A nigga can't really convince me to do shit to this day. You know, I stuck to my guns. I'll be that lame nigga. I'll be at home. I'll be on the game. I'll live my life. You can do whatever the fuck you want to, because that's why most of you niggas is fucking dead in jail. It's probably that's unrelated to sex. It's probably just from you being ghetto scum. But eat a dick, Jerome. I don't know anybody named Jerome, but that's a stereotypical black name, right? I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. I wouldn't go to this. This ain't even my topic. I just brought it up because Mick wanted me to ask. This is what I want to talk about. And this is what I can talk about this one for a while, because I had a nigga that was bullied. Oh boy. Goodbye, Shannon. Fuck you thought this was. Where's the first video I wanted to show? Goddamn, bitch, this shit done turn to an ad. Hold on. Oh. I'll just talk about it a little bit. So this past week, there was a school shooting in Texas, right? Black kid aired that bitch out, you know? And now there's a lot of talk from niggas on the... See, I'm not even trying to get political with the shit. Niggas are like, oh, niggas on the right, niggas on the left. I don't know what any of you niggas stand for. I don't care what you niggas stand for. But somebody... One of them groups of niggas is out here like, yeah, man. The only reason why they're not talking about this is because it's a black kid, and you know, if it was a white guy, this should be flashed all over the fucking news. You guys are trying to push an agenda of something. I don't know. This is what the white people are saying. I'm just gonna assume they're racist because, you know, anytime I hear a white person talk about black people in a negative manner, I'm just gonna automatically assume you're racist. But and it could just me being a bigot, but fuck you, Whitey. So, they're saying that the reason that the media is not talking about this much is because it's a black kid and he got released for like his bond like 75 G's. And me personally, I think the reason why they're not talking about it that much is because of the circumstances surrounding it. Supposedly this kid, he's 18. His parents say they always made sure he had the newest everything, the newest clothes, the newest shoes. He was driving, they say they had a nice car, and all these kids was jealous of him. So I couldn't find the video of this, but there's video of him like them taking his lunch money and beating on him and this, that, and the third. Like they said, this shit's been going on for a while. So one day this nigga just said, fuck it, and aired that bitch out. Right? I'm not saying that that's an appropriate response, but let me see if I can skip to the part. See if you get your chance to talk. I really hope y'all can hear this hoe, but it doesn't look like y'all can. Man, that's crazy to me that this hoe has been interrupting me the entire podcast, and now y'all niggas can't hear. Okay, this is the video. I'm gonna mute this. This is the video of what happened right before he pulled the gun out the bag. He's in the white. The kid that's on him is 15. Got him in a chokehold. Just dominant the whole way through. Mixing him, beating on him. He's not even throwing no punches back. Like he's turtling up. He's turtling up like he seems like a pacifist type of kid. Like he's not a violent kid. Like anybody like that just like instantly turtles up is not a fighter. Like they're saying that this was the dreaded fight that happened between him and the kid that literally, as soon as the video stopped, like, or this is only part of the video, I couldn't find the whole thing, but they say right after the video, this video stops, he pulls out the blick and gets the blasting, right? So yeah, I want to say 4 people got hit, like 3 of them. No, how many people got injured? 4. That's the only reason why I even got this page up, so I can claim bullying, part shooting investigation. 4 injured. Right. So let's see. 3 people taken to the hospital. 2 with gunshot wounds. They include a 15-year-old male, which is the boy that was beating on him. A 25-year-old male. Don't know why the fuck a 25-year-old was in the room. Hopefully someone can explain that later on. And a teenage girl who will be discharged. A pregnant teacher was also hurt in a fall, but was treated at the scene and not hospitalized. So she wasn't even shot. She just fell. Right. Oh, so I assume the 15-year-old and 25-year-old were the 2 that got shot. I said, what the fuck is a 25-year-old doing that? That's kind of weird. But yeah, so from what I am personally understanding, or how I am seeing this, a kid was being victimized for quite some time. According to his family, they went to the school about it. They say it's documented. The police department nor the school has addressed whether or not it's documented or not. Because I feel like, and not to say that I believe it one way or the other, but I always feel like if what they're saying is true and there is documented evidence of them talking to the school about him being bullied and the school doing nothing about it, if that information comes out, it's gonna instantly sway everybody one way. So I feel like they kind of want to just keep that information to themselves for now until everything is like set in stone. Like, all right, this little nigga good because they was bullying him, but they don't want to sway the public too soon. They want to let this shit cook a little bit to keep the race war going, right? So yeah, to say he's getting bullied for a while. His family said they talked to the school about it. School didn't do shit, so he took matters into his own hands and got the blasting. Now, I always feel as though when the kids are being bullied to the extreme, right? Because he definitely does not seem like he is a fighter. When somebody ain't gonna fight and they are afraid, they only got it only goes down really one or two ways in the end, and that is how this story played out. Someone brings a gun. Good thing no one died. You know, someone brings a gun, a weapon, shit gets serious, or they take their own life. Seems to be about the one or two ways how these stories seem to play out. And as somebody that was bullied, and I feel like a lot of niggas in the comments, they just saying stuff like, yeah, just because he was being bullied, it doesn't make it right. I agree, but niggas don't understand. When niggas feel like their back is to the wall, like a caged animal, and you try to handle shit the right way by going, you tell your family tells the school does nothing, and now this nigga is kind of just alone, or at least he would feel like he's alone, and now you feel like it got bad enough to the point where he felt like he got to walk around with a firearm to feel safe. And some people are saying, well, why do you have the gun on him? Like, if that technically doesn't that make it premeditated because he came to school with the gun? That doesn't mean he was finna air that bitch out. That doesn't mean he was waiting for somebody to give him the reason to use it. Same reason hood bookers be walking around with their shit. I don't walk outside. They don't walk outside with the gun ready to spray a nigga. But if they got to, they will. And I don't think those count. Those acts of violence don't count as premeditated. Shit just happens, right? Emotions get flared up. Niggas pull the blick out. Shit happens, right? And I don't know. I feel like, well, for one, let's go back to the argument of them saying they're not talking about him. This isn't as widespread because he's black. If it was white, he'd be plastered all over the news. In this case, I feel like it's pretty clear whether or not, to me, just based off that video, it's pretty clear to me that this kid is not, he probably wasn't going to fight back, So, To me, that it would if more evidence does finally get revealed, like yeah, here's the other videos of him getting beaten on. Here's the documents, whatever. Okay, makes sense. Like he was getting bullied and he reacted. Not the best, but he reacted. So it is what it is. When white people go into schools and shoot shit up, it's always nobody had any idea that this motherfucker was gonna do it. Nobody had any idea. Nobody knew anything. He was a great guy. He had friends. He had a girlfriend. He was a captain of the football team. Like there was nothing wrong with his life for him to act out in this manner. So I don't understand. That's why that's why it's plastered all over the fucking news. Cause you're a psychopath. If you're normal one day, and then the next day you wake up and spray up an elementary school, that's odd. That's something to talk about. Now niggas need to get constant updates on what's going on with now niggas need details as to what the fuck, like what are you talking about? Like what's going on here? If you wasn't being bullied, if you wasn't being picked on, what reason do you have to go and shoot up the whole fucking school? And this nigga was I'm referring to the name is Timothy Simpkins. Timothy was he had the gun in his bag doesn't mean he wanted to use the gun. That just means, or to me, I feel like he had the gun to protect himself because he felt like that's the only thing that was going to do. The school wasn't going to protect him, and his family couldn't be there with him all the time to protect him. So what else could he do other than protect himself? So there's more clear-cut reasoning as to why, or there's much more empathy for Timothy in terms of why he would do it, because niggas advocate bullying is bad all the time. They focus on bullying from the aspect of don't bully kids because kids could take their lives. That's normally what you hear, and this is the other side of that coin of don't bully kids because you never know how that kid is going to respond. If that kid, let me see, because she want to talk again. Let me make sure there's nothing else on this page. Whatever. You're finished. Goodbye. So yeah, what was I just saying? See, she just hold on threw off my train of thought. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. But yeah, there's a movie that I saw on Shudder. I don't know if it's still on Shudder. There's a movie called The Dirties. And this movie, I feel like it's a good watch. It may not be everybody's taste, but it's a found footage type film, a mockumentary, if you will, of these two kids who are getting bullied, and it basically shows the mental breakage and the downward spiral of a kid who becomes a school shooter. And I feel like it's very the kid you see right here. He actually, I think he directed this movie, if I'm not mistaken. Like I think he's only like 16, and he filmed the whole thing. I think the whole thing was his idea, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was filmed by him, or it was written and directed by him. So shout out to him. Yeah, I feel like that movie was a really good breakdown of why it's not okay to bully, because that's the flip side of that coin. Like I said, everyone, they focus so much on the I'm trying not to say the word, the taking your life side of it, that no one ever focuses on the what if the kid said, I'm gonna take your life instead, because that is an option. And then when folks do that, well, he shouldn't have did that. So what, you want him to kill himself? No, I need to see somebody. All right, well, what if he goes and sees somebody and they don't do nothing about it? Then what you want him to do? There's also a documentary on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, called Bully. Documentary. I believe it can't. Yeah. It's on Netflix, and it's called Bully. Oh, in 2011? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it is still on yeah, it's on Netflix. And pretty powerful stuff, you know, a little heart wrenching at times if of anyone that's, you know, gone through the shit. And it's this is that's the side of bullying where they focus more so on the kids that may or may not take their own lives, and like you see the kids going through the proper routes, like they're telling the teachers, they're telling their parents, and at the end of the day, it's like there's only so much that can be done from the outside, and it's like everybody's not a fighter. Everybody don't got it in them to just go and just stand up to their bullies and do whatever they got to do. Cause like one of the kids in the documentary, like he took his life when he was like 10. I'm like, golly, like you hate to hear shit like that, like a 10-year-old kid getting bullied to the point of taking their own life, and then like his homeboy, like his best friend, was on there. It's like you see him, he's crying over the casket and whatnot. Like that's a powerful documentary. I advise if you got some free time, you wanna, and if you want to hear about shit like that, because it is pretty sad. But I recommend giving that a watch. But yeah, this whole debacle stems from kid getting bullied, and then the kid taking matters into his own hands. And like I said, I can't excuse what he did, but all I can say is I understand, you know, or I got more understanding for this kid than I would some random guy just going to, like them 2 8-year-olds. Or I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but a couple weeks ago there was like an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old was going to go get a bunch of guns to do, like they was talking about shooting up a school. Like the fuck? Niggas is fucking toddlers finna come and shoot a school up. And you know they ain't got no reason behind it. Like one of them literally just say, yeah, I'm just doing this shit because my friend want to do it. Like y'all niggas really just want to go shoot up a school just to shoot it. Like shit like that, y'all niggas would be on the front page. Let me see if I can pull this shit up. Let me see. 2 kids school shooting. Where is that at? Columbine, 2 students. Third plot. I guess it was 13 and 14. I got the picture. Oh yeah, this is them. 2 students in school shooting plot attempted to recruit others. For about an entire week, 2 teens spoke openly about their plans to shoot up the bullies in their middle school. Oh shit. This is about bullying too. Shout out to them. Told students he got a gun in his book bag, and during one moment we started walking towards the book bag. Alarm students around him enough that they jumped out of the seats and headed toward the exit door. Teacher told students to sit down. He overheard the conversation, tipped off the resource officer. The school resource officer did not find a gun. We are going to shoot up the school, and Bird is the mastermind. Witness also stated the 2 students knew where the gas lines were located. The 2 teens said they would begin shooting people while specifically targeting the bullies. You hear something like that? Your kid would do that. See, even still, they want to shoot the school. Whether or not you're targeting the bullies specifically, these niggas said they want to shoot the school. You know what the gas lines are? That means you trying to blow some shit up. Like, these niggas want to do some damage. You want to participate in a Columbine style shooting. Like, I said, this kid, Timothy, didn't pull the gun out of his bag until he was literally getting fucking drug around the classroom in front of everybody. That's what it took for him to pull the gun out. These niggas said, yeah, we just gonna damn shoot up the school, and it is what it is. Weirdo type of behavior. Y'all definitely going to the front page, you know. But once again, this is supposedly this is a outcome of niggas getting bullied. All this shit boils down to is niggas getting bullied at the end of the day. Like, niggas keep saying advocate bully. I say, like, you know, we need to change up the marketing on this. Don't bully if you don't want to get fucking clapped. Cause that's what's gonna happen to you. fuck them taking their own life. What if they take yours? Niggas don't think that deep. Niggas really don't think that fucking deep. Like it's, yeah, I'm just beat the shot to the kid. He ain't never gonna do shit back. That or maybe that is how they think. This nigga ain't never gonna do shit back. So I'm gonna fucking wipe my nuts on this nigga every day, and he ain't never gonna do shit back to me. And then when the nigga pulled the blick out, now it's, oh my God, I can't believe it. Believe your way straight to heaven or hell. You're a bully. So who knows where you're going, you know? But yeah, that's about all I've really been seeing on the interwebs this past week. You know, just something light. You know, leading up to this, I was like, man, I really don't even feel like doing this shit. But here we are. You know, crank out an hour, a little hour plus, something light. You know, I feel like it may not have been the most, you know, we'll say jokey joke podcast. You know, but hopefully y'all niggas learned a lot. You know, that's what I listen to podcasts for. You know, get the laughs, but sometimes niggas need to hear about shit that's going on in the world, what niggas is talking about, and that's what I'm interested in. So that's what I talked about. You know, at least for the past week. So, B, you got anything to add? Yeah, man. You know, fuck this shit. This is my show now. Yeah, man. You know, I'm out here and what the fuck? He just posted the status. What the fuck is this nigga? Yeah, man. I'm at a Hollywood horror nights or Halloween horror nights out here in Orlando, man. We doing it big. You know, what did status just say? Feeling crazy. I'm feeling crazy at Hollywood horror nights. Someone to say, man, beans, cornbread,